lethargic start.
Oof.
And then third quarter does it, and Celtics close out the Magic. And I would argue the best game of the series for Jayson Tatum last night.
I mean, yeah, he's been pretty good the whole really good the whole series.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like the wrist has been bothering.
No, the wrist hasn't been an issue.
The bruise is healed.
Yeah. He actually had better games after the wrist injury because in the first game, it was all right. It was so-so, but yeah. And then once Paolo goes to the bench with 5 fouls.
I was just going to say that. It was like Paolo was that team. And so once he was taken out for a bit, that they were able to go on that run, and it was game over from there. Like the Magic, we've been saying this from the beginning, the Celtics so much more talented across the board than this team. And matchup to matchup, it just didn't make sense. So that's why I was worried with how close they let them keep it for a lot of the time, and then it was just...
Yeah, but also when you have built your entire offense on three-pointers and you don't hit a single three-pointer in the first half, it's harder for this team to win.
But, and then you turn the ball over and you get killed on the boards.
Like 9 turnovers in the first half?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
And you would get absolutely destroyed on the boards.
Do you give Joe Mazzulla credit for turning things around for these guys?
I
do too.
Here's where I give him credit. They only they were 0 for 7.
Yeah.
Which isn't good. But they only took 7 3-pointers.
Correct.
So he at least put the message in. Normally when they go 0 for 7,
they keep going.
They keep launching.
Yeah.
And you could see they made a clear effort where there was a couple times it was pump fake on the 3-point line, get to the rim. They made a clear effort to say, all right, it's not falling for us. Let's get to the hole. And that kept them close in the game, even though they had turnovers and they were getting killed on the boards. And then they started to heat up in the third quarter.
Correct.
Would you have, if you were Joe Mazzulla, would you have challenged the call on Porzingis at near the end of the first half? I would have. The foul on Banchero, like I would have challenged that. I might have gone on to challenge the call which sent Wagner to the line last night.
You're talking to one Banchero?
Yeah, your guy, Banchero.
Banchero.
Yes, Banchero.
Where he didn't even touch him.
No, nothing. Nothing.
He didn't even touch him.
But other than that, yes. I mean, Joe Mazzulla's done a great job coaching this team. But again, it's
energy's on the players. Energy and turnovers.
It is.
Energy and turnovers I put on the players.
Well, and they can't, for this next series, they can't start out the way that they were starting out against the Magic. Whether it's the Pistons or the Knicks, it doesn't matter. Like, they cannot start out that slow.
But remember, the Pistons and the Knicks don't play defense like Orlando does. Yeah. The Celtics are better than Orlando, but Orlando is a tough defensive team all around, not just defending the 3-point line, which they do better than anybody in the NBA, but they're a tough defensive team, and they make you work for you to get your points. Mm-hmm. So you're able to do what you did in that series. And I guess part of my lead, I guess I can get into it.
Oh, save it for your lead.
All right.
Save it, Coach.
Can I just say one thing? 8:42 tip, not for me.
8:50 actually.
It was 8:42 was real.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, by the time they got it started, Courtney's spot on. It was 8:40.
Okay.
And I get it. We get up early. Maybe the rest of the world doesn't get up early, but why can't you start that basketball game at 7 o'clock? That was fine on Sunday night.
It's an East Coast game. It's not even like they're playing on the West Coast.
Right.
Like,
Because you had Detroit and the Knicks playing, so they had a stagger.
But it's round one. Shime's right. It's not the finals. Mm-hmm. Like you're not expecting the whole country to be watching, and also the whole country can work their schedule around us.
Right.
That's the way I feel about it.
Agreed.
Well, you would think that if it's on at 8:30, it would be the primetime game, which it would be on like TNT. It was actually on NBA Network or NBC Sports Boston. So if it's going to be the primetime game, shouldn't it have been the 7:30 game, which was on TNT, which was actually Detroit and New York? Because isn't that like their main channel?
Right.
So
so you're saying that New York is a more important market to Boston, and that's why?
No, I think I was saying Boston is the better draw than New York, Detroit, maybe.
I mean, Boston is playing Orlando.
Okay,
Like, I mean,
all right. I see what you're saying.
Orlando doesn't even fill their own arena.
All right, so I
I
can kind of see what you're saying. So then that's why you got the 8:30 game.
Yeah, I guess it's just
Stunk.
It's so late, but.